instead of steel, timber, and develop innovative ways to do timber, that we can actually handle the types of conditioning with that. So from the screen, you shouldn't be able to see any of it. The only thing that you will see is some of the smoke that comes from it. You'll see a little bit of vapors there, but the technology here is two filtration units on the camera. And this came from a York University collaboration with the US government to develop this technology that's catching along quite a bit. So do we have the second one ready?
What is the purpose then of not being able to see the flame on the screen?
That's a great question. So what ends up happening is because we can see behind the fire, what we can see is what the material is actually doing. And by being able to see what the material is actually doing, we can say actually there's a problem with the way we're making the material, or we could make the material even more resistant because we know what we're actually engineering and designing against. This is something that we haven't been able to do until this year. So it's really exciting because there's so many materials like steel that are very understudied, but we can actually optimize how our steel is being made, and we could sell a lot more steel because we can come up with better ways of using it within high-rise buildings or even mid-rise buildings, and make some of these construction materials a little bit more competitive on the market, or new materials like timber, get them onto the market and show, hey, it's actually doing very well when it's exposed to heat sources. So that's really exciting for this case, is that we're able to do that. So I would ask the President and Minister to go to the screen, and we're going to repeat the exact same, just can you bring over the, oh, it is anyway. So if you can watch the screen, but then also at the same time watch the test itself. And then you shouldn't be able to see any visible flame. And I know some people are saying, but John, that's witchcraft. So, it is a live shot. And this is a very small fire. So what we want to do, you can see behind this, there's a series of timber beams. We would be testing those in here with the new update.
By our government are saving businesses $5 billion annually, which include the cancellation of the cap and trade program, maintaining the minimum wage of $14 an hour, reduction of the WSIB premiums without reducing worker protections, and the introduction of the Job Creation Investment Incentive. These attractions, these actions, are sending a message around the world that Ontario is committed to ensuring job creators have the best possible conditions to succeed. We move swiftly